So it's Wild 94.1, man, the Bootleg Kev Show. Tonight is going to be a movie at Club Sky, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a movie because we got this gentleman in town sitting in front of me. He's got the hottest song in the world right now. OT Genasis.
Yeah. Kev,
what's up, man? Yo, so you've been to Tampa before. We just discussed. You've been to Club Sky before, so you already know what you're getting into. It's going to be a movie tonight.
I know it's going to be a movie. I get to come back here correct. I've been here like 2011, so...
Yeah, you've been on the grind for a long time, man. Like I remember the first time I heard you had a record out called Jackie Chan. Yeah, that was popping like in the Bay.
Yeah, it was popping like in the Bay.
Yeah, like KML was showing the love.
Yeah.
And then of course Touchdown was a big record on the West Coast.
Right.
And now you got the smash.
Yeah.
How hard was it to like be patient through all that? Because those two records didn't necessarily pop off the way. You know you probably wanted them to.
Yeah, man. It was real hard, man. Especially like. You know, you been on like all the blog sites and just watching, and then watching all this just blow up and like all this stuff happening in front of your face, and you sitting there and you asking yourself, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the most advice somebody could give to you, like the craziest advice somebody ever gave to me, it was so simple and cliche. It was keep grinding.
Yeah.
And I never knew what that meant until now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what happens. So it's just, I just kept, you know what I mean, kept putting my foot on the gas, man, and working, man. And now we here. It's movie time.
Yeah, I mean, you could have, like, easily gotten discouraged and, you know.
Right. But I'm like...
Went back to the Coco for real.
Yeah, right, for real. So, you know what I mean, I just kept my foot on the gas, man. And, man, I'm here, man. I'm ready to turn up now.
Okay, so I know you got Long Beach connections.
Yeah.
Are you from Long Beach? You're from the Bay?
Yeah,
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Long Beach.
Okay, so you're from Long Beach.
Yeah, I'm originally from Long Beach.
And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. So we're the same age. So
yeah, okay.
So
okay.
Like, so you grew up like Eastsiders albums were dropping when you were like in high school.
Eastsiders was the Eastsiders was popping. Dipset was popping. Yeah, that's what I was on. I was on the Eastsiders.
Do you have any relationships with any of the LBC OGs like Snoop, like
Snoop, definitely Snoop. Like me and Snoop chopped up all the time. We got a show too. I forgot where that's at in think about a week or two.
Do you find it like a lot of people are kind of boxing you into like the trap music? Because Coco's kind of like, you know, it's that sound that's hot right now. It's crazy in the club. Right. But being from Long Beach, like you would have to tell somebody that you're from Long Beach for them to know.
Right. Because musically they don't get it. Yeah, but I always stayed in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? Like on the West, like I always stayed in my own lane, and that's how I came up with the name Genasis. You know what I mean? You know what it means, a beginning. But it was just the beginning of a new sound on that side. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I came up with the name, period. But I always was in my own lane. But I don't got a problem with nobody putting me in a box. I mean. For me,
as long as they're giving you money.
As long as you, as long as you cutting the check, man, I'm all good with that. You know what I'm saying? And if I felt some type of way about it, then I just show them.
With the Coco record, it seemed like I remember seeing like at first I would just see on Instagram like everybody from New York was really into it, and then I watched the video.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like I was like, alright, this is a cool viral record, but I didn't know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean. What it's about, I didn't know it was gonna break out on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Did you guys know like this was the one,
man?
Or how far along did before you knew?
I knew that because originally I was gonna put out a different record, but then maybe like I was gonna shoot a video, and then like I think like a week prior to me shooting with you know the date is already there, everything. I was just like, nah, I'm going with this one. So I still had to end up shooting the other video for the other song, but I was like, no, I'm going with this one. I knew what this was to me. You know what I mean? I thought it was a hit to me in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew what this would do.
Yeah, when I thought, I was like, yo, this record is real. I saw when you got brought out by Wiz, and Wiz was wilding out.
Right.
Like
that
crowd,
was
like jumping in the crowd to that record.
Shout out to Wiz, man. That was a movie in there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, it was crazy, man.
What is the one celebrity or person like that has like surprised you that they know your song? Because you know like Pops from Highly Questionable on ESPN always is like quoting rap songs.
Right.
Who's somebody who's like out of our realm that has like you know acknowledged the record that you've been like, oh, you know, damn.
It had to be It had to be Miley.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, yeah, it had to be her. You know what I'm saying? Well, it doesn't surprise you on that tip, but it surprised me.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. You know what I mean? But other than that, it had to be Timbaland.
Yeah, that's a big deal too.
Yeah. So yeah.
You originally we were talking. I totally forgot that you were rolling with 50 for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, were you signed to G Unit, or were you just under his wing?
I was signed to G Unit on a single deal.
Was that for Touchdown?
It was just no, it was for Jackie Chan.
For Jackie Chan, okay.
Yeah, and so signed over there for a single deal, and then kept grinding. Then I did Touchdown, and Touchdown was just me independent. You know what I mean? And it was ringing. You know what I mean?
Touchdown was crazy.
You know what I mean? And so then after Touchdown, I dropped this.
And then now you're of course with the conglomerate, which is Busta Rhymes.
So I was doing I did Touchdown, and I had a strategic plan to where I just said I'm not performing at all the clubs like that since I was stuck in LA. I'm like, I'm not gonna perform at all the clubs. I'm just gonna perform on the big nights. So I was going in on all the big nights. So last year of the BET Awards, in a club called Playhouse out there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I went in there. And I smashed that, and I performed Touchdown like 3-4 times. It went crazy, and then that's when I met him, Bus. And then he asked me who I'm signed to. I'm like, nobody. So he let's chop it up at the studio. So we chopped it up maybe like 3-4 days later. Chopped it up as as men first, and then as businessmen, and got it popping. You know what I mean? And then 3 months later, like 3-4 months later, did a deal out of Atlantic, and then a couple months later, Coco.
It's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
What's it like? Like what? I know everybody knows Busta as like super animated, like OG. And but it's been a while since Busta's put out some new music too.
Yeah.
What's it like, man? Like is Busta Rhymes the guy that we see, or I know he's got a lot of knowledge, man. I mean, I remember. He's been rolling since Tribe Called Quest and Tongues and all that back in the day. Right.
I mean, he an OG. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope, man, because he's very passionate, but then at the same time, it's not just business, man. He's it's very personal too. You know what I'm saying? And a real family oriented guy. So he's dope, man.
Yo, when you were performing the record and he fell.
Yeah,
that video was everywhere, and you like just kept performing.
Yeah,
you were like, what was going through your mind when Busta Rhymes falls in front of you while you're performing? Like you stop, you keep going. Yeah. I mean, Busta Rhymes is a big ass dude, so like.
You know what? When he was falling, I saw it when I looked. Like I looked at my peripheral, I saw it. And then he was falling so slow. It was like, I don't know why it was like slow. It was slow motion. You know what I mean? He just, boom, he fell on his head. And I just seen him bleeding, and the DJ like cut it off. I'm like, oh no, we got to turn up. You know what I mean? I definitely wanted to take all of that off of him. You know what I mean? So
you don't want to make him a spectacle.
Right. Even though they caught it anyway.
Yeah, they
you know
did.
What I'm saying?
But
I got up, I seen his head bloody. I'm just turning up. I'm like, oh. Damn, look at this. So I just turned up, man, and then after we found out he was okay and everything, we joked about it and all that, laughed about it and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, man.
With Coco, is it all? I mean, this is like one of those records that could easily be one of those songs that like the music can end up being bigger than the artist.
Right. Right.
Because OT Genasis, a lot of people don't know you from Touchdown or from Jackie Chan.
Right.
They just know you as the Coco guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that happens to a lot of artists. They put out big records. There's artists, like Flo Rida to me is someone whose music is bigger than him.
Right.
Is that something that you've kind of already strategically thought of, and are you, does that go through your mind?
Yeah, I thought about it, but the only way to take care of that, man, is just keep dropping. You know what I'm saying?
It's consistency.
Yeah, consistency is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with that, and a lot of people do. I mean, and then I think that I have a little bit of an advantage because that viral is what made everything.
Yeah, that video. You shot a second video too, a more friendly video.
A more friendly, TV
without
version.
all the cocaine.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? But that video was everything. You know what I'm saying?
We got like 75 million views on it or something today. I saw. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy, and I never would have thought that record would have did that.
That's real. Now this song's been pretty big for a few months.
It's been out. This is the third month.
Third month. Let's talk about the butt cheeks you're getting right now.
Oh,
your groupie game got to be on another level.
Oh man,
city to city.
It's at a superior.
Can you share a single groupie story with us? Maybe you know, chick that was out of line. Maybe you know.
No, I'll tell you something. Okay, so this is crazy. So I ain't gonna say specifically what city.
Okay.
But I'm because
then we might know who it is.
Yeah.
It might be some famous Instagram thought.
So we I check inside the hotel or whatever. And cause I got a couple shows.
Is this in the south and in the west?
It's in the south.
It's in the south. Oh,
so I check in the hotel or whatnot, and you know, I'm talking to the girl, whatever, and she's just like, she's not like, for some strange reason, it's like she was kind of like she wasn't like digging me, or she didn't know who I was. Not like that. And I don't know cockiness.
Right.
Like
of course. Right.
But it was just like she was just like, I can't remember the word I'm looking for. But anyway, so I get my key. I go up.
She's with you.
No, she works at the hotel.
She works at the hotel.
Yeah, she works at the hotel. So she's behind the desk, and so I get the key and everything like that. I go upstairs. I catch the elevator. Go upstairs. Then the phone rings in the room. So I pick up the phone. She's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh, OT, I just want to let you know I'm one of your biggest fans." And da 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 da. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "All right."
Did she look good?
Right. She was all right. She was all right.
At 2-3 in the morning, she could have got it maybe.
But listen, check this out. So this is in the afternoon.
Okay.
So the phone rings like 2 minutes after I get inside the hotel room. So she's like, "Oh, but I want to know if and I don't know, I'm not a groupie or anything. You know, that's the first thing she said. She said, I'm not a groupie or anything, but when you get downstairs, can I take a picture with you, whatever?" I said, "Okay, cool, that's fine." So I leave because I was leaving anyway. So I leave maybe 30 minutes later. I leave. So I take the picture with her and everything. I leave the whole day. Then we go party. I go club. I go perform. Now I'm finally coming back. This is
end of the night.
This is the end of the night.
Yeah.
I get in there. I'll go there. I get in the room. I see chocolate covered strawberries, champagne, all kind of stuff.
Don't tell me she was in there.
No, she wasn't in it. And a long letter, and she wrote a long letter on a paper napkin. She's basically telling me she probably call me so we can share. She probably rubbed her
private parts all over your pillow.
She said, "Call me." So
she was stirring the tuna on the bed.
I'm like, why? If I was on some other, I could have got you fired.
Yeah, if you were, you could have.
Yeah,
violated.
You know what I'm saying?
If you had something valuable in the room or something you want to see,
she put her number right here. She said, "Call me and let's share it." She said, "Call me when you get back. Let's share it."
You didn't call her.
No,
that's crazy. That's stage 9 clinger right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would have checked out the room. I would have been like, "Y'all got to switch my room." That's
I was like, wow, yeah. So that was wild.
Well, yo, tonight this guy's gonna be live at Club Sky. He's gonna be doing Coco, Touchdown, and all that stuff. So you definitely got to come out and see him.
Yeah.
Hit him on Instagram, ladies. You're single, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm single, man. Single.
We do have some beautiful ladies in Tampa, and a lot of them are very whorish. So I assume you're gonna get some. Reach out to him on the IG. At OT Genasis. Or no, it's Genasis is here, right?
No, at OT Genasis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what am I tripping? Was it something else?
It was at Genasis here,
Yeah, you got to change it, man.
Yes, it's at OT Genasis.